Hi everyone, my name is Advait. I'm currently studying in National Law School, Bangalore, and this is just a little bit about my experience with CLATutor and my experience at NLS that I just want to share with all of you. So why I chose CLATutor was because I got to know from a lot of my family friends that the people teaching in CLATutor are students who are currently studying in NLS, and that was something that I really valued, and it turned out to be very great. So while I was studying, I got to interact with some of my seniors who then went on to become very close friends with me in college as well. So the number one reason why I'd say I chose CLATutor is because I'm being taught by people who have cracked the exam, and their guidance and support is with me all the way. So in terms of my preparation strategy, the number one thing I'd say for me, and I'm sure for everyone else who's preparing, is the newspaper. So it's something that you need to read on a daily basis, and it gives you information in every aspect, right? Be it GK, be it English, legal, whatever it is, the newspaper for me was the number one source. Apart from that, coming to classes, listening to everyone and listening to my teachers who, like I said, are already from NLS, give me lectures and give me a lot of information, was another thing that really helped my preparation. Apart from that, obviously for any entrance exam, you will be needing to do a lot of mocks, and there CLATutor helped me with giving me mocks at every week, and both Pranab sir and Neeraj sir were there for me throughout every step of my journey, and they helped me a very lot in terms of my preparation. So personally, how I tackled my challenges was, first, I just remember that no matter what, all the challenges that I'm facing, whether it's a difficult question, a difficult paper, or whatever it is, that's not the end of the world. It's just one question or one paper that's difficult. And also, this is something that everyone goes through, right? Everyone has challenges. And if a given question is, say, challenging for me, then I'm quite sure that it's challenging for everyone else as well. So it's not something to be worried about. But in terms of long-term challenges, I had my family to support me, for which I'm very lucky and very grateful. So anytime I have any concerns, I'd just run over to my parents or my brother and tell them that, you know what, this is what I'm going through, and they'll definitely help me out. So I'm sure you will have someone who is there to help you out. That can be your family, a teacher, a friend. You can just approach them, and I'm sure that you will find a way out of whatever difficulty it is that you're facing. Coming to the role of the teachers at CLATutor, I'd say there's two things that are phenomenal that you won't get anywhere else. First is the fact that the people who will be teaching you legal are students who are currently in NLS or from highly reputed colleges. So they have just cleared the exam, and they can guide you very well on the intricacies of the exam. And the second is the fact that you have Pranab sir and Neeraj sir, who are very experienced and who are always there to help you out. Personally, they made sure that, you know, every class I come to, they'd ask me how my preparation is going. They'd ask me questions to make sure that my knowledge was up to par. And anytime I needed help, they would be willing to just host special sessions for me and answer any doubts I have, be it through text, call, or even in person. So that way, I'd say the role of teachers is very great, and in CLATutor, that's something that will benefit you quite a bit. So in terms of distractions, there are countless, obviously, but I think the primary one that all of us face is our phones. So my answer would be quite simple. The only way you can get past distractions are to keep them as far away as possible. So this means, for me, for instance, I would just keep my phone out of hand's reach somewhere. It can be inside a cupboard, it can be on another table, or with your parents, your brother, whoever, and just make sure that when you're studying, you don't have access to any of the distractions, be it your phone, social media, or any content that you watch. Just keep it away. And once you're done, you can always spend a little bit of time, you know, catching up with friends, watching some video that you like. That's all up to you. So my experience in both preparing CLAT and with CLATutor have been quite great. Obviously, when you're preparing, there will be times when it feels tough, but always remember your goal, that you want to get into that dream college, and your preparation will go very smooth. As for how CLATutor will help in your preparation, I would say that they were there with me for every single step of my preparation, and if I had any doubts, I could just approach Neeraj sir, Pranab sir, or anyone else who was teaching me, and they were always there to help. So that way my experience was great, both preparing as well as with CLATutor. So in terms of the last month, I'd say this is a very, very crucial, point in your preparation. Now, that last month can, I'd say, break or make things, and it can really decide where you'll be for the next 5 years. However, that being said, it's not a very, very big cause of concern, because as long as you follow a few things, you should be good to go. First, in the last month, I'd say try not to venture into something that is completely new. So in your last month, focus on revising concepts, making sure that you keep or you know your strengths and you work on them. But at the same time, don't get bogged down by the weaknesses that you have. Everyone has something that they're not good at. Just try your best to make sure that you improve a little bit there. But the second thing that you need to do is give mocks. Now, mocks prepare you in ways that nothing else can. And I'd say it's one of the best tools to crack any entrance exam, including CLAT. So give as many mocks as you can, provided that you also spend proper time analyzing these mocks. Apart from that, the last thing that I'd say is that don't take too much stress or tension the day before the exam. Usually for me, the last day is just about a quick revision and then spending some time relaxing, doing the things I like, and maybe even meeting a few friends. So that's what I'd say. There's a lot more, but this is what I'd say for now is what you have to do in your last month. So finally, my parting advice to you is that you must ensure that, one, you spend as much time as you can in your preparation, in your studies, and put in the maximum effort you can during these 1 or 2 years that you're preparing, because based off of this effort that you put in, the next 5 years of your life can be great, right? So put in as much effort as you can during this time, and if you do that, I can assure you that you will get into the college that you've always been dreaming of, and you'll be very, very successful later on. Apart from that, ensure that you always catch up with the newspaper, you keep doing your mocks, and anytime you have a doubt, approach your faculty, talk to your friends, and make sure that you clear all your concepts and you have all your portion well done, so that on the day of the exam, you're just ready, you're prepared, and you're able to write it and you're able to ace the exam.